Quite recently, I had the awesome opportunity to accompany Suzuki South Africa to the Auto Expo 2023 in India. There, Suzuki launched a whole bunch of cars that will be available in South Africa, and one of them being the 5-door Suzuki Jimny. Now, while there, I mentioned to them that I actually never drove the 3-door version of it, which was met with shock and horror by my fellow journos. And well, all I can tell you is that a couple of days later, after arriving back in South Africa, guess what showed up at my door? Yep, the 3-door Suzuki Jimny. And not just any one, the top of the range GLX version in some cool sporty trim. The Jimny in South Africa has 3 versions, the GA, GL and this range-topping GLX version. They all share the same 1.5-litre normally aspirated engine, but the GL and like the GLX have a little bit of extra trim. The GA comes standard with 15-inch steel wheels, while the GL&X has mag wheels. Now the rest of the trim on those two are kind of similar, like they both have electric windows, 50-50 split rear seats, but the GLX has LED headlights, fog lights, it's got climate control, it's got cruise control, 8-inch touchscreen with smartphone mirroring for both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now both those versions come with a choice of either a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed auto transmission. The entry-level GA comes in at a starting price of 334,900 Rand, with the GL going at 356,900 Rand for the manual. The GLX Auto, this one is just under 400k at 399,900 Rand. Now the standard GA comes with a 2-year 30,000 kilometer service plan or a 4-year 60,000 kilometer service plan for the GL and GLX, and they all come with a 5-year 200,000 kilometer promotional warranty. So you definitely know that you'll be covered and will have some peace of mind. Looks-wise, well, it still stays true to its original boxy design from the 1970s with that signature round headlights that we have here in front. The same was continued into the second generation in the 80s as well in the 90s, and we can still see a lot of those iterations of cars still on the road today. Now this new shape that was launched in 2018 has many people thinking it's a baby version of a much more expensive SUV, whose name we shall not mention. Gee, I wonder why. Interior-wise, the car looks as utilitarian as the exterior. It's nothing fancy, but 100% functional. The dials are old school and clear. There's some cup holders, there's some storage space, there's a USB port, electric windows, everything is reachable. The infotainment system, even though it's kind of basic, but it's okay because you're just going to hook up your phone to it in any case. It's simple and very easy to use. And the seats, well, it's actually quite comfortable here in the front. Now the rear seats, well, even for me, it's not uncomfortable. I mean, with plenty of headroom and knee room as well. But if you're going to be a tall person or going to be sitting behind a tall person, you might not find it so lekker. Talking about not so lekker, well, it's the boot, because it only has 85 liters. This, yeah, barely makes it in there. But if you do put the seats down, then you get almost a couple of 100 liters of space. So this is kind of the perfect excuse to not take certain people along with you on your little adventures, like your kids. Now this car uses a body-on-chassis ladder frame design with a 3-link rigid axle suspension with coil springs and part-time 4-wheel drive and a low-range transfer gear. Basically, the system then allows you to drive the car in 2-wheel drive mode, which is better for fuel economy and also for tarred surfaces. And you are then able to just manually switch it to 4-wheel drive for optimal off-road performance. Now talking about performance though, well, don't expect really much from this 1.5-litre normally aspirated engine, as it only produces 75 kilowatts and 130 Newton meters of torque. But because the car is so light, it doesn't really feel sluggish at all, meaning you can get up to highway speeds, but I would watch those overtaking maneuvers. The 4-speed auto, it does feel a little bit tiresome at times, and I think that the 5-speed manual might be a little bit better if you're looking for a little bit quicker performance, but that would kind of affect the fuel economy, because I think auto would just be a little bit better than that. Suzuki claims 6.3 liters per 100 kilometers for your average fuel consumption. I think 8 is a bit more realistic. On tarred surfaces, the car feels
quite decent, soaking up the bumps, but because of this ladder frame chassis, when you do push it into corners, it does feel, just a little bit kind of wobbly. But I mean, you get used to it so quickly, so it shouldn't really be an issue for you. However, get it onto a gravel or sand road, add some bumps, and then it's a whole other car. I mean, it just feels, well, fun, lekker, and gives you that off-roading performance that you really want. Honestly, I can see what the appeal is to this car. It doesn't pretend to be something that it's not. It's an off-roader, right? But in compact form. And even though it won't get you there very quickly, it's gonna get you there without you having to worry that you're gonna get stuck, or especially when you find yourself in the bush, or like I am in some sandy spit right now. It doesn't rely on tons of tech to do what it needs to do. I mean, it allows you just to feel at one with the car, and there's nothing wrong with using tech. If it works, right? But the Jimny just keeps it simple with a modern touch and looks damn cute while doing it too as well. I mean, if the 3 doors this good, can you imagine what the 5 doors is going to be like when it eventually reaches our shores? Honestly, man, this car is awesome. It's fun and it's nunus at the same time. So it's that time where I've got to answer the question, who is this car for? And to be quite honest with you, I find it a little bit difficult. It could be for anybody, no matter who you are. There are some little shortcomings that it might have, but all the other positives it's around, I think, kind of outweighs it. I mean, it's an off-roader, a compact one. It'll go absolutely anywhere. It feels safe. It drives really well. Yes, it's going to be a compromise on space. So if you're a family of 4, then this car will definitely not work. And then I would suggest that you wait for the 5-door version when it arrives in South Africa. But this is quite great. It's if you and your partner just want to quickly head up to the dunes, or go to a wine farm on a dirt road, or decide to go camping. You can load stuff on the inside by putting the seats back and just go camping. Heck, you can even sleep on the inside. I mean, the car is... It's really good. It does everything that it does really, really well. I mean, it's not a robot racer. It's not going to give you super fast speed, but it's going to give you enough speed in the grunt for you to get out of any kind of weird situation, be it on-road, off-road, wherever you might find yourself. It's going to deliver, and it's going to deliver very, very well. So it doesn't really matter who you are. If you want this car and you've got little plans for it and you like it because it's cute and look, and all the little bits that goes with it, then yeah, man, you should definitely get this car. It'll be a lot of fun. You won't be disappointed because you know what you're going to get at the end of the day. And what you're going to get is a compact, fun, look, cute, nunus, punankis, cool looking 4x4 off-roader that is, yeah. Look, you just get it. It's actually a lot of fun.